Hello, everyone. The story of Lazarus and how Jesus raised him from death is something that we would have all read several times in the Bible. Uh, the sequence of this miracle in John 11 and 12 is that the sisters, Martha and Mary, send a message to Jesus that his friend Lazarus is ill, but Jesus chooses to stay where he was for 2 more days before leaving to Bethany. And by the time he arrives there, it would have already been 4 days since Lazarus was buried. And then the sisters and the people who were mourning for Lazarus meet Jesus, and moved by them, he raises Lazarus from death. While reflecting on this miracle, I found a deep connection, or rather pattern, that Jesus follows even when he heals and tries to save us in our day-to-day sufferings and pain that we go through. First of all, when Jesus was told about Lazarus' illness, he says, this illness will not result in Lazarus' death, but will bring glory to the Son of God. And he chooses to not leave that place for 2 days. Relating this to our pain and suffering when we wait for Jesus to come and heal us, we just need to remember to be patient and know that he will certainly come in his time. The next part is after 2 days, when he decides to go to Judea, he tells his disciples, who try to discourage him by saying, "Teacher, just not long ago, the people there tried to stone you, but yet you want to go there." And this shows us that even when God is willing to come and help us and save us, there could be several things around us which could try to stop him from doing so. But we need to be firm in our belief that he will certainly come and save us. The next part is, it takes 4 days after Lazarus to be buried for Jesus to reach the place with no glimpse of hope whatsoever for anyone. 4 days is like an eternity when someone has died, right? So even when our pains and sufferings seem like eternity, we just need to remember that when the time comes for God to come and heal us, the joy will defeat all the waiting that has happened. The next and the most important aspect is faith. Even though it had been 4 days, Martha, when she meets Jesus, tells him, even now, God will give you whatever you ask him. Will Jesus ever let this faith go in vain? Never in the Bible, nor in our lives, has he ever disappointed those with such faith. The next is the most shocking thing, where Jesus weeps. God weeps for a weak human being. This is something, when we all go through such pain and sufferings, need to remember that God does not just have a plan to save us, but also loves us so much that he could go to the extent of weeping for us. The next is the test of faith. The same Martha, who showed such tremendous faith only a few moments ago, does not understand when Jesus asks the people to move the stone from the tomb. And this is very relatable to us, isn't it? In spite of all the mountain of faith, we could still have a small element of doubt, which Jesus wants us to eliminate, like when he said to Martha, "Didn't I tell you that you would see God's glory if you believed?" Then, of course, one of the greatest miracles mentioned in the Bible happens where Jesus brings Lazarus to life. Later, because of this miracle, the authorities planned to kill Jesus and even Lazarus. So the lesson here is that in spite of all the miracles that God works in our life, The world is always waiting to downplay God's power, kill our faith, and take us to its evil ways. So, in summary, when we look back at the biggest miracles that God has done in our lives, I'm sure we'd be able to appreciate that they've all happened in His time through all the love that He's had for us, even to the extent of Him weeping for us. But none of these were ever meant to result in our death, but to bring glory to the Son of God. Thank you, and may God bless each of you and your families.